Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This video is the second part of Chapter 1, in Handbook of SAS Data Step Programming Book. In the last video, we learned how to create a simple SAS program to read datasets into SAS, and create variables in the data step. To examine the newly created SAS dataset, or to check whether the variables are correctly created, we can utilize some SAS procedures. Base SAS software provides a large selection of procedures that allows us to examine the contents of a dataset. These procedures can be grouped into three categories: report writing, statistics, and utilities. This chapter only covers a few commonly used procedures, such as contents, sort, print, means, and FREQ. We will use these procedures as data checking tools. Most SAS procedures will generate output in the SAS output window after procedures are submitted. By default, the generated output will have the SAS system as its title. To override the default title, we can use the title statement. We can place the title statement within, or outside the procedure. Once a title statement is submitted, it will be used for all the subsequent output until we cancel, or create a new title. To cancel a title, we can simply submit a title statement without adding any text. Many SAS statements have the same functionality across procedures, such as the by statements. Using the by statement will categorize the output by each level of the specified variable. The descending option is used to sort the variable that immediately follows the descending keyword in descending order. The where statement can be used across many procedures as well. It is used to subset the input data set by specifying conditions an observation must meet. Only those observations that meet the specified conditions will be used for processing. All SAS datasets contain a descriptor portion that contains information about the dataset. FREQ contents not only displays the descriptor information of a specified dataset, and it can also show the contents of a specified SAS library. The var_nom option is used to print the variable names by their created order. By default, variable names are listed alphabetically. This program uses FREQ contents to display the descriptor portion of the hearing dataset. The var_nom option is used in the FREQ content statement. Since the var_nom statement is used, the variables are listed in the creation order. The sort procedure is used to order the data by the values of one or more variables. The out equals option is used to name the output dataset that contains newly sorted data. If the out equals option is omitted, FREQ sort will replace the original data with the sorted data. The descending option sorts the variable that follows the descending keyword in descending order. In program 1.6, only race is sorted in ascending order. Both preg and age are sorted in descending order. We often use FREQ print to print a SAS dataset. By default, SAS prints the observation numbers in the output. Using the no obs option will suppress the observation numbers. If the optional by statement is used, FREQ print will create a separate report section for each level of the specified variables. Furthermore, the dataset needs to be previously sorted in the same order as listed in the by statement. The optional var statement is used to select variables to be printed in the output. If the var statement is omitted, all the variables will be printed in the output. Program 1.7 prints the contents of the hearing_small dataset by each category of the race variable. You can also add a where statement to subset the input dataset by specifying certain conditions. Since the variable race is specified in the by statement, the printed result is grouped by each level of race. In the first half of the output, variable ID, smoke, and age are listed for race equaling A and B. In the second half of the output, variable ID, smoke, and age are listed for race equaling H and W. We can use FREQ means to calculate descriptive statistics for numerical variables. The max dec equals option is used to specify the maximum number of decimal places to display statistics in the output. The default decimal place is 7. We can request the statistics to compute by specifying statistic keywords. Without specifying statistic keywords, the default statistics, such as n, mean, std, min, and max, will be computed. The optional class statement is used to define the subgroup combinations for the analysis based on specified variables. The use of the class statement is like the by statement, However, the output has a different layout. Using the class statement does not require sorting the variables first. The var statement is used to list the variables for computing statistics. Omitting the var statement will result in computing statistics for all the numeric variables that are not listed in the other statements. Program 1.8 calculates the minimum, median, and maximum values for age variables just for the white and black groups. These computed statistics are separated by each level of the smoke variable. Instead of using the class statement, the by statement generates a different display in the result table. Here's the second part of the output from proc means by using the by statement. Proc-FREQ is often used to create frequency and contingency tables. A request in the table statement can be one variable name or a list of variable names separated by asterisks. Here's a list of useful options for the table statement. We will discuss some of these options in the next new programs. In the hearing dataset, the variable FREQ contains missing values. This program does not specify any option in the table statement. By default, proc-FREQ displays the number of missing values at the bottom of the table. Using the missing option treats missing values as one group in the output. Using the missprint option, displays missing value frequencies without percentages. Program 1.10 illustrates the difference in the output when using or not using the list option. We start with the program without using the list option. Here's the first part of the generated result, which contains a cross-tabulation table between race and smoke for FREQ equaling 0. Here's the second part of the generated result, which contains a cross-tabulation table between race and smoke for FREQ equaling 1. Using the list option creates an n-way table in list format. Here's the partial output by using the list option. Now, let's review what we've learned from this video. We've learned 5 procedures, including contents, sort, print, means, and FREQ. Proc contents procedure lists the descriptor portion of a SAS dataset. Proc sort is used to sort the data by the order of one or more variables. Proc print is useful for printing a small data set with selected variables. Proc means generates descriptive statistics for continuous variables. And proc-FREQ creates cross-tabulation tables. These procedures are useful for examining data and evaluating the accuracy of created variables. In the last section of Introduction to SAS, we will learn how to create data by selecting certain variables, and how to change the appearance of the data. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and click the bell icon to get new video updates.